feel like my hair is at a weird lip. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Rochelle. So if you're not subscribed, subscribe. So as you can tell from the title of this video, we're doing a life update. So much to update you guys on, but I'm gonna give it to you kind of in pieces a little bit because there's just a lot of information and I don't want to just rush through everything. So I'm just gonna spread it out a little bit. Oh my god, I'm so nervous. So how do I start this? It's just there's no real way to start it. I don't have any notes either. I'm just talking off the top of my head. How should I say it? I'm no longer in a relationship. Calm down, everybody, calm down. So that is the long story short. Oh my gosh, should I have started the video like that? I'm not sure. Honestly, guys, we're just chatting. I didn't really think about this before I started recording, but that's the information I wanted to relay. So yeah, that's what I wanted to kind of say. And there's more. I'm moving back to Canada temporarily anyway. Yeah, so by the time you're seeing this video, it's early April and I'll be going back at the end of April. And I just want to say that I don't want to give Nigeria a bad rap as much as it has its challenges. So it's not about that. It's more about coming prepared if you're going to move to Nigeria. And I just feel like the move that I made was not prepared and it wasn't well planned and well thought out. So it's kind of led me to this decision at this time, So initially my plan was to return to Toronto in June when school is out. But now I'm leaving earlier, and mostly because there are just certain things that are not in place to make the stay really properly comfortable. You know what I mean? And yeah, type of thing. Yeah. So I am excited about that. I don't want my heart is here in Africa, but I'm excited for a reset in Toronto. So that is what I'm looking forward to. And I'm definitely returning to Ghana or Nigeria, but for sure when I return, it'll just be way more well planned and thought through type of thing, So that's the current situation. I guess with my relationship status, I don't really like to go into detail about that, especially it's not the other person. I'm not gonna say defend, but I just don't like to talk about people who aren't going to necessarily be responding online. And obviously we have our differences, whatever that may be. So yeah, so we're parting peacefully. Ooh. Ooh. So I don't want you guys to be sad or worried or something. Yeah. How do I feel? I feel fine. So this official separation took place in October. So it's been a while. And I think initially it felt kind of frustrating, looking back on the years and obviously having a baby, But after a while, I just felt I accepted that even in our mistakes, it's still in God's plan. And that's amazing. That's so comforting to know our mistakes, God calculated our mistakes in our lives and he accounted for it, so that, not so that, it's just that knowing that things will work out perfectly, So I wasn't too down about it for too long. I wasn't very consistent posting my vlogs though, but that wasn't due to like my emotional state. That was because the living arrangements. Unfortunately, I think I even said this in my previous videos, this particular house would not have been first pick, but in the rush of moving from Ghana to Nigeria, we just took it type of thing, you know? And we'd already been searching for so long. So yeah, so I don't love this place. It's pretty silly. So if I were to return here to Nigeria, I would just make sure a lot of things that weren't in place here would be in place, you know, if I do decide to come back or when I decide to come back type of thing. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Like, are you guys judging me or something? You know, I'm used to it now. You guys are gonna all chat in the comments, I knew it type of thing, but that's perfectly fine. You know, I live life on the internet. What can I say? What can I do? Type of thing. So that is like the update pretty much. Yeah, I plan to do more. Oh, come on, camera. I do plan to do more videos, you know, where we sit down and chat and everything like that. It's unfortunate, it's kind of like one way. It's like me just talking to myself, talking to you guys. So, I mean, I can reply to your comments and any questions you have after the fact, but it would be kind of cool if it were like, I mean, I could do a live one day as well on YouTube, but yeah. So that's what I want to tell you guys. Yeah, I'm moving back to Toronto, as I said. Back to my mom's. Such a blessing that I have somewhere to like go back to, you know. Real estate in Toronto is very pricey, whether you're purchasing or renting. So just having a place to go is just so privileged, and I'm so grateful to God for, you know, looking out for me, you know. Yeah. Is there anything else I want to add? Okay, so also I'll include that the plan for Naomi and Jordan was to rejoin their father in September, because they're going, like, Naomi has her last year of school, so she's going to finish school in Canada, and Jordan is going to resume elementary school as well. So they are happy about that. Living in Nigeria has had its ups and downs. A little bit more downs though. But I'm still grateful for the experience, even though it wasn't rainbows and lollipops. It's still like an experience that you can definitely learn from, you know? So it is what it is. I'm extremely optimistic. I'm just like that person by nature. I'm naturally an optimistic person, so I always look on the bright side. And the bright side is I could be like homeless, like so many things. Like I couldn't have maybe my legs or my eyesight, like, you know. So I'm just always so grateful. And I guess I look at life like with the glass half full, you know, as opposed to looking at the glass half empty. I'm always half full because life could be so much worse. So I'm not about to cry about something just, to me, like, it's minuscule when you think about how big life is and how good God has been to me. I ain't even got time to shed a tear. I ain't even got time to shed a tear. So I'm just like so happy. But it's definitely been like a burden released in general, because I wasn't sure if the relationship was right for me for a long time. But it just kind of kept like going like a snowball, you know, like sometimes it happens like that. It just keeps going, you're going, they're going, you're going, they're going, even though both of you or one of you might sense that it's not the right situation for you. So yeah, life. So that's pretty much my confession. Oh my goodness. I hope we can talk about it in more detail in the future. I'm obviously not going to be like overly, I guess I'm not going to like overly share details because that's just not my style, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it'll be fine, you know. Yeah. So I just kind of feel like sometimes I think, so I don't age. I'm not a part of it. Like I don't really do that type of stuff. I don't age and whatever. So I kind of feel like God has given me that gift because he knew that we would be here. He knew that. So he's like, you know what? I'm not going to let her age because she ain't got no damn sense. LOL. Do you guys get it? So I get a third time's a charm. Oh my goodness. I kind of feel like looking back, like with my first marriage, I never even really gave you guys a real story, about that. But in a super nutshell, maybe I'll expound upon it later on in life. But in a super nutshell, I remember I became pregnant with Naomi, and people think that it was like my parents or his parents that pushed us to be married. It was kind of just me. I was like, if we're gonna be together, we're gonna be married and raise this child. Or if we're not gonna be together, don't talk to me at all. And, you know, we can raise a child like whatever. So I gave like a super ultimatum, which is like not a good idea, to be married. So we ended up getting married, you know. But at that time, I remember my friends being like, do you have to get married? And it just went over my head. I was like, yes, what's up? They're like, yeah, but maybe you guys can date for a while. I was like, why would I do that? Like, I was completely clueless. And I just like went full steam ahead and got married like very quickly, you know? So that was crazy. So I kind of feel like I took the reins in terms of the direction of the relationship, as opposed to I never gave it to the Lord. I never gave it to God. So, but yeah, so this time around, but this time I'm definitely gonna like, I want to give God a turn. What do you guys think? I want to give God a turn. Yeah, I want to say, okay, God, do what you want to do. I'm not going to say yay or nay. I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to leave it to you. Okay? If you want to bring me something, that's cool. If you don't want to bring me something, that's also cool. You know? Wow, but I feel like I'm talking about it as though like, no, I'm just saying I don't foresee myself being single. I kind of like don't, but I'm definitely enjoying me time right now and focusing on me. So that is what it's really all about, you know? Yeah, so that's what it's really all about. But I'm also letting God do his thing in the background. I don't want to be a part of it because obviously I'm not doing a great job. So I'm gonna leave it to God. He can't mess this up. He can't mess up. Yeah. Well, I feel like I've said yeah and so 1,000 times in this video. That was all I wanted to tell you, really. So I will be back in Toronto at the end of this month, you know, with my fam, and I'll be kind of, you know, figuring out what I want to do. But I'll be in Toronto for a good little while, you know, before I figure out if I want to come back or if I want to stay in Toronto. Yeah. Yeah. We'll see where life leads us. Okay. So that was my life update, you guys. I want to think of it. The next one I do, I want to like write down all my points and we can like dive into subjects if you guys want to. But yeah, we should definitely check in more often. And by we, I mean me. Anyhow, I think that I've said enough for this video. Enough for you guys to digest and everything like that. Yeah. Yeah. So what's gonna happen to Bop Bop? I mean, we're just gonna co-parent, you know, like usual. Like usual. Hear me, like usual. My God. LOL. Alright, you all. So that's it for now, and I want to see you guys in my next video. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Bye.